Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that comes with supplemental reading materials.
Kate, you're holding a book?
I am, because I'm excited about it. It is called The Indifferent Stars Above, and it is about the harrowing saga of the Donner Party. It's by Daniel James Brown. It's very well researched and well written, and it actually connects to our game this week.
So, Kate, I take it you've played the Oregon Trail?
The Oregon Trail was my jam. I remember, so my parents got a computer. We were like a little bit late to the computer boom, I think. Our first computer showed up at our house in like 1998 or 99. I can't remember.
So you were like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, we were like 8 or 9 years old. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone in my family really knew how to use it or like what to use it for, but we were like very excited to have a computer. Even more excited when we figured out that it came with like a CD booklet. It was a gateway computer.
In the cow speckled
the cow
box.
And we were even more excited when we realized that it came with like a little binder of games. And I think the AOL free trial, which no one really knew how to use. Like, we would just put it in and then, like, watch the AOL free trial.
What games do you remember coming with it?
I don't know if it came with, like, very many games, but it definitely came with the Oregon Trail. It was the size of, like, one single CD-ROM, this binder, and we held on to that binder until, like, 2014.
Oh, you don't still have it?
No,
That's
I don't
tragic.
think so. But it was like a way to organize your CD-ROMs,
Sure.
you know? It had like a little plastic sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
We get this computer. Nobody really knows how to work it, but we do know how to play games on it. So growing up, we definitely played a lot of Oregon Trail. My sister and I used to play as much as we were able, right? Like I now realize that we were very lucky that our parents impose like limits on screen time, because like the research on screen time is mostly terrifying, right, for kids. But at the time it was like, Mom, like, why are you gonna let me only play for 30 minutes?
Oh, so you'd be in the middle of playing, and
usually she would let you get to the Willamette Valley or everyone die.
Oh, wow.
You'd only get one turn.
Okay.
So if you squandered it, like if you tried to ford the river, you're
drown,
done. Yeah.
and then that's it, game over. And then okay.
So growing up, this is a very fond memory. I used to play with my sister all the time. When we were mad at each other, we would name like the whole wagon party after the other sibling and then like drown them all. I used to name all the people in the wagon after like our pets. We used to love to play Oregon Trail with my younger cousins. I have a cousin who's about 3.5 years younger than me, and another cousin who's about 8 or 9 years younger than me. So with my oldest younger cousin, we were all kind of in the same place, and we would just play. And my younger cousin would love to hunt and shoot, and that was like all he wanted to do. So we would always like fight over like I would want to like dissect the minutia of what is in our wagon, and my younger cousin would want to just shoot stuff. He'd be like, we're buying 2,000 boxes of bullets and we're just going to go.
It's so funny that like all of you guys playing, your sister and your cousins, like basically that is the party in the wagon. Yeah. And you'd have to literally like figure out how to control it all together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a communal experience, it sounds like. So you have fond memories of this game, it sounds
really,
like. That's
really do,
very rare for us on this show.
Yeah, it's like one of the only computer games that I've ever played, like as a kid.
Are you worried what might happen if you revisit it today?
I am a little bit worried because I really do have fond memories of it, but I think it's going to hold up, because I really still enjoy reading and learning about the Oregon Trail.
So listeners and viewers, when Katie read The Indifferent Stars Above, it would be like she'd be in bed reading, and she'd like basically wake me out of a slumber to be like, here, read this paragraph. And it would be like a paragraph about children wandering off into the cornfield and never being able to come back. So that's how some kids died on the Oregon Trail.
I'm not going to lie, this book has a list of just like all the ways that kids died on the Oregon Trail, and it is extensive. And one of them is, yes, you could just wander off into the tall grass of the prairie and never be seen again. Also, many more boring things, right? So this book is about the Donner Party, but they say like, yes, that many people in the Donner Party died and it was like extremely tragic, but much more common, just wandering off into the tall grass, eting bad food,
wouldn't it be
falling
wild
and breaking your leg.
If in the Oregon Trail you could take a Donner Party twist and you could have to eat the other people in the wagon?
That would be a little wild.
Someone should make the realistic, even more realistic version.
Maybe.
Well, Kate, you ready to hear the long and storied history of the Oregon Trail series?
Yeah, go ahead.
Unconvincing. In 1971, Don Rawitsch, Rawitsh.
Roich? I don't know.
Don.
We're just going to call him Don.
Don R. He was a senior history major at Carleton College in Northfield, Minnesota. He was placed as a student teacher at a local junior high, and he taught 8th grade history. His cooperating teacher asked him to plan a unit about the Western expansion of the mid-19th century, so Don started making a board game for them to play. Okay? I don't know if that was a particularly original idea. It sounds like something that probably a lot of young teachers would do when teaching that subject, right? So he's in his dorm, right? And he's like sprawled out on the floor with all these pages, like planning his board game. And his two roommates, Bill Heineman and Paul Dillenberger, they walked in, saw what he was doing, and they were both math majors, right? Same year as him, same local junior high placement as him doing their student teaching. And they were both kind of into programming. It's 1971. These are like pretty early computers that these math nerds are like, just for fun. They're not programming majors. They're just math majors, and they're like, oh, this is cool, and they're playing with computers. So they see what he's doing, and they say to him, why don't you make it a computer program instead of a board game? And just for reference, this is 1971. Pong is not even out yet. That won't come out till the next year. So this is like early computers, you know, no real video games, things like that. So the three of them then spend 2 weeks working on the school's one computer, which is in a janitorial closet, trying to make this work. And basically Don is doing all like the historical writing and like creating all the ideas. And these two other guys, Heineman and Dillenberger, are like programming it to make it work. Okay. And they just work around the clock after school, like they're student teaching, and then they work on this.
It seems like something you and your roommate would have gotten into.
It sounds like I loved when
It's shocking that you two didn't invent Oregon Trail.
Doing the research for this really brought a smile to my face. I was not expecting such kind of like an interesting story.
It's actually a very sweet story, yeah.
So then on December 3rd, 1971, Don premieres this game with his 8th grade class, and the kids flipped out, which of course they did because there wasn't a lot going on in the realm of computers.
Yeah, and like most of them have probably never seen a computer before.
Pretty much.
They're like, what is this box? And then you get to play a game on it.
Yeah. So,
wild.
They're all losing their mind. And what he had to do was he'd go into the janitor's closet, right? Prop the door open, and there'd just be a line of children because only one kid could play at a time. And funnily enough, they started doing what you and your family were doing. They would kids would team up and be like, all right, what if the four of us do one playthrough and we all vote on decisions and stuff just to speed it up. But then they'd come after school because they only got one chance. If they died, just like you playing, and your mom would turn it off if after you died or won, they would be kicked to the back of the line and they'd have to come after school to play it. So it was amazing. But then at the end of the semester, he printed out the 800 lines of source code, and then it got deleted from the computer because they needed the space.
Oh, no.
He has it typed. Okay. It's on page, dot matrix printer pages, okay? Which, if you ever want to use it again, someone's going to have to manually re-enter all the code.
What did this middle school need this computer for? Are they we've got to do the payroll, Don?
You know what? I hadn't found that in the research. That's probably it. I don't know that it was necessarily for... I assumed it was for student and teaching applications. No, you're right. It was probably for business side of school.
There's barely enough computers for kids right now in 2021.
I know. It is a good story, though, to tell a kid, back in the 70s, all the kids had to wait in line for the one computer. And there's no graphics to this game. It's just text.
It's just text.
We're going to take a detour in our story for a minute to MEC. Does this name ring a bell? MECC?
No, but MEC, M-E-C, is French for guy.
This MEC is the Minnesota Educational Computing Consortium, becomes Computing Corporation when they become a public company later, but started as a consortium. They were founded in 1973, so now we're 2 years past the Oregon Trail game. It's gone. Okay. 1973 by the Minnesota State Legislature for the purpose of coordinating administrative and educational computer use in the state of Minnesota. And the idea was they basically got, this consortium consists of the University of Minnesota, the Minnesota State College and University System, and the Minnesota Department of Education. So they're all just there so they can work together to see how computers could be used in education from, pre-K through college, basically.
Got it.
Don Roche, in 1974, gets hired by MEC as a liaison for local community colleges. So he's going around to the local community colleges as a representative for MEC, not doing any of the exciting stuff he did with Oregon Trail, just literally an entry-level job. Okay? But when he got to Mech, he noticed that they had a computer just like the one in that janitor's closet. I'm sure everyone who had a computer then, they were pretty much the same. And his boss said, oh yeah, like the company is accepting submissions all the time for programs, educational programs. So if you have something, go ahead and you can submit it. We take open submissions. So he dusted off his 800-page document that he must have had in a shoebox. He manually typed it all back in. He talked to the other two guys and got their permission. And then he did some updates too. Like he knew a little more now about the actual Oregon history. He's read some books at this point. So he kind of makes a slightly improved version, submits it, right? And they loved it. So in 1975, it became the most played game in Minnesota schools. What I don't know is, were there a lot of other games, but it was the most popular program because it got accepted by Mech. Mech distributed to all the schools that had computers in the state. So that is, again, a text-based version, not the one we're all used to. Then in 1980, some graphical elements were added, and it was released for the Apple II. The Apple computers start coming in. They have graphics. It's a little more like computers we're used to. That's the one that everybody knows. There's a bit of a generation gap here. For some of you guys listening and watching, and for us, there's the 80s version of Oregon Trail that's like black and white. That's the one you see on t-shirts when it says like, you have died of dysentery. And there's that really white pixelated thing on a black background. So in 1980, an Apple II version was made where they added very minimal graphics. Then it came out for the Atari, the Commodore 64, other, ways to play games. And then in 1985, the fully graphical version that most people think of when they think of Oregon Trail came out. A guy named R. Philip Bouchard came in and helped make that. Which is the super famous one. What we are going to play, though, is one of the slightly later ones, because it took us a while, listeners and viewers, to determine which version Katie had, because there's the original 1970s version, there's the Apple II 1980 with some graphics, the 85 with more graphics, then you get into the 1992 version, Oregon Trail Deluxe, where they make it in color for DOS, 93, Oregon Trail 1.2, Oregon Trail 2 in 95, third version 97, fourth version 99, fifth version 2001. You get the idea. The version you had, Kate, was the 1993 version, known alternatively as either just the Oregon Trail or Oregon Trail version 1.2.
Excellent.
And this was the one for Windows computers, the first time they put it out on a Windows computer. And you can use a mouse. All the older versions were keyboard only. Okay, but you can play it with just your keyboard because not all computers had both at that time. So, that's the long history of Oregon Trail. Are you ready to revisit it?
I think I am.
Cool. Buckle in. Let's see if we can get to the Willamette Valley.
Salt beef.
And a grueling pace. Let's head to the Willamette Valley.
All right. Here we go.
The rugged landscape.
I used to go through and click explain, right? There's special advantages that you can get. So bankers had the most money, but they didn't have any advantages.
Right.
Doctors have a good amount of money.
That seems like the best.
But yeah,
because the sick people are less likely to die.
But at the end you get a special bonus.
Not that matters, but they rank you on a high score. So I played Oregon Trail a couple times too. I think I had the version after this one.
Also, let's just note that teachers, the least money, but no special advantages. But if you make it there, you're just absolutely amazing.
Hilarious that it was created by a teacher.
I know.
I never read any of this whenever I played this game. I could read, but I just didn't.
I always picked doctor.
Sure, it makes sense. I mean, reading that list, it looks like the most worthwhile one.
So here's my name.
Catherine. That does sound like the name of someone traveling the Oregon Trail. Who your party member is going to be. The traditional 1800s name, Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh no, isn't this what you used to do to your sister? And then it's going to be like...
Tyler
broke his arm.
And Bess.
You Bess. All right.
Bess is our child.
All right. What?
All right, now we have to decide when to set off. This would really give me a lot of anxiety, deciding when we were going to set off.
Yeah, obviously you leave too late. You might not get there before winter. You leave too early. What is it? There's not enough grass for the bison.
Yeah, and it's a 2,000-mile trip, so... You really got to think this through. Typically, I think we left in March or April, but what do you think?
I would just randomly click April, I feel like, as a child.
Let's pick April.
Let's do it, April.
So, I have $1,200. I was a very judicious kid. I would always be like, yeah, I'm just going to get 10 of this.
Okay.
Like, how much clothing do we really need?
Do they even use it? I don't understand if there's
only
any
5
advantage.
of us in the wagon,
right.
So I'm just going to get us 10 sets of clothing.
I'm not convinced anything bad would happen if you had none.
We need a lot of bullets.
You like hunting?
I do.
Okay.
But I don't think I need 100 boxes of bullets. Maybe we'll go 50. We definitely need lots of spare wagon wheels, wagon axles, wagon tongues.
You have tons of money left over.
Yeah, I think we're going to get 1,500 pounds of food.
You still have quite a bit of cash.
I'm going to buy some more oxen with that cash.
Yeah.
We'll get 15 oxen.
And then do you like
and then
to
you
keep,
have money. I like to keep a reserve of money just in case.
I see. I spent every cent.
Yeah. What happens if you have to pay someone?
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. This music's very nostalgic. So our wagon is heavy because it's full of food.
Good.
We're going to talk. Oh, better take extra sets of clothing. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, because you could trade them to the Native Americans for vegetables.
Should I get some more clothing?
Oh, can you still buy stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll get 5 extra sets of clothing just
I never
in
knew
case.
you could go back to the man in Independence and buy more stuff.
We're going. Oh my god, we got stuck in the fog.
Heavy fog immediately. Okay, first
All
Kansas
right.
River crossing.
We've arrived at the Kansas River.
What do you like to do when you get to the river normally?
Well, first, I like to talk to people, just see.
Okay. All right, so the ferry's overburdened typically.
Yeah.
Oh, you can keep clicking talk
Yeah.
and you'll talk to more people?
This is a stranger.
Wow.
Like every crotchety old man. Can't afford to take the ferry. We're making our wagon into a boat. It is 6 feet deep in the middle.
636 feet across, though.
Yeah.
It's a long...
So we could either caulk the wagon and float it, or we could take the ferry.
How much does the ferry cost?
Let's see.
Does it tell you when you click it?
Have to wait 5 days now.
$5 and a 5-day wait.
All right, let's explain. Caulking the wagon to seal it with pitch and tar. We're going to float it across the river like a boat. Let's see.
These sequences always stressed me
Oh,
out.
absolutely.
Here it
Very
goes.
stressful.
Oh,
But we made it to the other side.
You had no
and
trouble.
we saved 5 days and $5.
Nice going.
Oh my god, we're stuck in the fog
Why is
again.
there so much fog?
Oh my god.
Wait.
Our wagon caught on fire. Probably because Tylor was careless with the matches.
You lost a bunch of
we
bullets?
lost all of our bullets.
Clothes and some of the axles.
All right,
Whoa.
well, but our health is good. It's okay.
Our wagon just burned to the ground.
But that's why, listen, if you read in the Indifferent Stars Above, you could just be a victim of random chance, you know? You could do everything right. Maybe we can try to trade and get we lost some wagon axles,
We definitely
right?
need axles because you bought 3. We're down to 1.
All right, here we go. April 15th, tax day. Let's go ahead and hunt.
Do a little hunting? Okay,
This
here we
looks
go.
like a place where there might be animals.
It's beautiful out here.
It really is. Got antelopes.
One deer on the right.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's ripe for the taking. There we go. These white-tailed deer seem pretty slow. These antelope are so fast. Oh god. Of course Tyler is suffering from exhaustion.
Listen.
Alright, well we'll just rest for a day then. That's fine. I'm hunting here because the game is plentiful. There's a reason you never made it and I made it a lot. I'm gonna kill this buffalo but feel bad about it. Alright.
Wow. Oh my god, that buffalo's 331 pounds.
Keep it moving. Oh, he's recovered.
Tyler as well.
Speed it up a little.
Oh no. What are we at now?
Let's go. I think it's steady, so we're gonna go at a strenuous pace for a little bit. I know it means that we're more likely to get sick, but we got to keep it moving.
Tyler's gonna get sick no matter what you do.
All right, here I am at Fort Laramie. I don't think we really need anything.
Great.
Maybe 2 sets of clothing, but those sets of clothing are pretty expensive.
Always looking for a bargain.
You know what? I'll just trade for it later. This looks nice.
This does look nice. I really am enjoying the hunting
scenery?
landscapes. Yeah. Are you getting stressed out right now because you keep losing
3 pounds
days?
of food due to spoilage.
All right. You still have over 1,000 pounds.
Oh my god. I'm just trying to hunt. Oh. God,
Tyler got typhoid.
Fine, we'll rest for 2 days since you have
right.
the typhoid.
Yeah, that'll cure me.
Go hunt something. I have to keep this family alive. An ox wandered off for 3 days.
It's just like in the Indifferent Stars Above.
Yeah.
No water.
That's not good. Let's get out of here. We're going strenuous.
Not grueling yet.
No, I like that little sun when it says that it's clear.
Smiling sun is kind of nice.
These guys are fast.
It's insane out here. These animals are just cutting loose. You're very proactive. I feel like when I was a kid, I would never hunt until I was like out of food. You have 1,000 pounds of food,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's smart
preparing
to
to go trade it at Fort
Right.
Bridger. Somebody's got to keep this family alive.
So savvy.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at the shooting part of this game.
25 bullets for $5?
No, I don't want that punk to fleece me.
Is that a Boy Scout?
I don't know, but I'm out of here. The ferry seems safe, so.
Oops, the ferry sunk.
It was 41 feet deep in the middle, you know? I just...
Oh, Tyler has dysentery. That's not a good sign.
No. Here, we're going to rest for 2 days.
The trail's impassable. Lose
Yeah,
6 days.
It's not good.
There's like no animals out here either. Is this on purpose?
Yeah, because this is the tough times. This is why we made sure we had extra sets of clothing. In case we have to trade for something.
Oh, Bess has
We're gonna have
cholera.
to rest. Oh, God.
Tyler has a broken leg. What were they doing that broke their legs on?
Oh, Bess died.
Bess died. Bess didn't make it.
We got to press on.
Wow.
Can we not just eat Bess?
Oh my god.
Let's just grab a little more food before we get
All
out
right,
of this
the extra
area.
space you have in the wagon now that Bess is gone, you could
Yeah, and
fill
fill
it with buffalo
meat. Duh. Much more useful than Bess. Oh my god. Why is he so fast?
So they run back and forth for no discernible reason.
You're distracting me. There was an elk over there. I'm here to provide for this family.
Unless it's Bess.
All right.
You found someone's wagon and you took all their bullets?
Yeah, because it was abandoned.
Oh, that's
because
creepy.
they're dead. Nope.
You have not successfully fixed a part of the wagon
Because I'm a
once.
doctor. I have soft hands.
Tyler has dysentery.
Rest one day for the dysentery.
Surely that will be enough.
Give me a chance to shoot some meat. An ox died.
Oh no. No, now Tyler has the measles. Tyler has dysentery. Tyler is well
got
again.
better.
This is your dream. You could just travel the Oregon Trail with 3 versions of me,
Uh-huh. See, you got better.
all trying to share facts about old games.
Get back here. I am loaded down with dry meats.
Oh, well, Tyler is exhausted. And an ox is sick. I know which of those 2 things you're more concerned about.
Well, one of them's pulling the wagon and one of them isn't pulling his weight. So you tell me who I should be concerned about. I'm dropping these deers. Man, this has been an exhausting summer, let me tell you. Oh no.
Oh.
Many cattle choked on the dust after swimming in the river, then bled and died.
Whoa.
This metal. I just feel like I can't raft down the Columbia River.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't have enough confidence in my rafting abilities.
It's the
I would
only-
always take the toll road.
It is the only exciting part of the game.
I know.
But you could lose it all. You've made
Yeah.
it this far. How much did the toll?
Tyler got lost. Thankfully, you found Tyler alive after
How
2
funny!
days.
I didn't know they included
you
that kind of
wandered
stuff.
off into the tall grass.
That's
because
so
you never
funny.
made it this far.
Wow.
I'm gonna do one last hunt
But you
for
found
old
me.
time's sake.
Or I found the wagon. 2 days. They definitely moved on. Tyler joined a new family.
Tyler is fine. He's on a different farm.
The Willamette Valley in the sky.
I don't really need to hunt. I have plenty
No.
of food. We're like a mile from the Willamette
what are you
Valley.
doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. We're going.
All right, there. I can see the Willamette Valley on screen. You're gonna make
Literally like 1 day away.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. It's okay.
Uh-oh.
We have plenty of food.
it. You're getting hit hard with stuff right now. This is it.
Here we are.
You're gonna make it.
I've reached the Willamette Valley.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It is.
You know what though? You could still catch dysentery after.
I know. I got the doctor bonus of ×1. I got 1 wagon times 50. I don't know what that means. Look at that. I'm in 7th place.
Wow.
I did great. I'm actually tied with William Vaughn, and I would like to note that I think I should be higher.
You did it.
I did it. Yeah.
Wow, Kate. So you did that a lot as a child, though. You succeeded
Yeah, absolutely.
frequently,
Frequently.
more often than you lost. Do you think?
I would say so. It was fun. I'm not going to lie. I like many simulation games, I took it quite seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do well. I want to win Oregon Trail. I would say it's worth a revisit, you know? Especially if you are mad at someone, you know, and you want to just put their name in and
It's the most passive-aggressive way to express anger.
and say like, oh, you died of dysentery. Too bad.
Yeah, you continue at a grueling pace when it says that they're sick.
Yep.
It is pretty fun. I can't deny it. It's like so simple. It holds up. You know, the hunting is pretty annoying unless a big animal walks by, a big lumbering beast. But yeah, that was fun to be second co-pilot even for. I didn't even get to actually play, but it was
like
still
it was pretty fun.
I can see how you and your family could enjoy doing that as a group.
Oh, absolutely.
And the kids in 8th grade class in the 70s.
Honestly, I would say highly recommend. Was really fun. Really enjoyed it.
Cool. I'm glad you're able to dip back into your past and enjoy that, because that doesn't, as you see from, through my eyes on many of the episodes we do of this show, it usually doesn't go that way. Usually when you revisit these things, they don't hold up. They're not fun, but
yeah,
this is charming. I liked it too.
It was super
Glad
duper.
you had a good time going back in the past there for a minute, Kate. So, you guys can recommend what we should play next in the comments on this YouTube video or as a voice message through the Anchor app. You can email us, Not-Stalgia@AOL.com. You can send us a direct message through any of our social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Or you can just go to our website, www.notstalgia.org, to see all of our other episodes.